again with our favorite comedian.
Second favorite, because we have a female comedian on the show.
Don't forget who plugged you in.
Oh!
I better be the first.
How are you, Alfred?
I'm great, ladies. How you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm so excited to be here, even though it's early.
Oh, yeah. How's our little baby?
She's doing great. She just turned a year old.
Congratulations.
Beautiful, you know, looking lovely.
Fatherhood is looking good on you.
It is. It got me more responsibilities. You know.
Okay.
I don't sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I don't sleep no more. Yeah. I love it. I love it though.
Good.
You know, Alfred, you're like the Diddy. You're like the Diddy to our show.
I like that.
Diddy was on TRL like multiple times.
Okay.
There you are.
Okay.
Coming back on season
I
2.
think me and Diddy, we even share a birthday too.
Oh, you do? There you go.
So we got the same mentality. We go getters, we Scorpios, and I just need this money.
Y'all do the big dad. You gotta give an Alfred dad.
Take
That's good.
So Alfred, do you remember when we first met? Do you remember?
Gosh.
It had to do with a back wheel.
That's right.
You remember?
That's right. That was almost 10 years ago, right?
10 years.
Yeah.
Really? So
Yeah.
you all have known each other for
Yes.
Yeah.
I went, you know,
some
because
stages.
what I used to do is I used to sell vacuum cleaners.
Okay.
You know, the Kirby
There's
vacuum
nothing wrong with
cleaners.
that.
There better not be nothing wrong with
There is
it.
absolutely.
It was a $3,000 vacuum cleaner.
What?
Yes.
Did it come with a direct line?
It came with everything. Spray painted.
balloons?
It did that. Yeah, it shampooed your car. It even spray painted the house. Yeah. So it was crazy. $3,000 machine. So I went to their house. I knocked on the door and they let me in. And you know, I started doing that whole thing where you throw baking soda on the floor and you try to pick it up with their machine, and of course their machine couldn't do it. And then I came up with my Kirby, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, we won one!" Yeah. And then we used to go to church together.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did?
We shared, we sung together.
Sung together?
Let me hear you kids.
Come on now.
Here, listen out.
Good morning. Too early to be doing this, but I'm here. All the great singers gotta move their lips.
That's so true. We got talent.
That's why I can't sing. I guess.
But that must be nice to see Alfred from there to where he is now.
Yeah, to see him from the vacuum cleaners telling the jokes to now on stage and around the world telling jokes is amazing.
It really is, and I'm very appreciative for everything that has happened. You know, it's funny. You know, I didn't think it was gonna get this big. You know, but we ain't there yet. You know, so just to let everybody know, yes, I'm working hard. I'm doing great, but don't come borrow money from me. People think that, oh, he's doing big, they hit you up. Hey man, can I talk to you for a second? When you get that, hey man, can I talk to you for a second? You know they want to borrow money. You already know.
That is so crazy.
Well, you know, earlier in the show, we were talking about our experiences going home.
Yeah.
Because we were all recently in Zimbabwe and South Africa.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to know from you also recently in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And when you go home, do you feel like you fit in, or do you feel like you kind of experience some identity, cultural shock?
Well, you know, after being away from home for so long, you know, 18, 19 years, a part of you kind of loses that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a fact. I've been living in the States for a long time, but when I go back home, I try to re-assimilate myself. Now I do connect with the people because hey, I'll never forget my language, so I still speak the native language all day, every day, right? Yeah. I still eat the food, the sanza and mazondo, and you know everything. I like that. But then there's some things that have changed. Hey, I woke up one day, 2 o'clock in the morning, and the lights were gone. And I'm looking at my auntie like, well, you didn't pay the light bill? She said, yeah, we did. The whole country's shut down right now, you know. So this is things that I wasn't used to. There's, you know, different things like we had to drive down 5 miles to go get fresh water. And I wasn't used to that when I grew up in Zimbabwe back in the day. But things have changed, you know. So, you know, so those are the things that, you know, it's like, take me back to Dallas. Been here for 3 weeks. I love you, Granny, but I got to go.
That's so true though, because the way it is now is not how we grew up.
Right.
So
So
there is
different.
going to be adjustments.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. But the people, the interaction with the people is always great.
Yeah.
The Zimbabwean people, they're always warm at heart. I love that. I love going back home to that. But they are used to the changes.
Right.
Because when the changes happen, they're right there on the ground. But for us, it's like, ooh, what do you mean?
Yeah. It shakes you up a little bit.
It really does. It really does. What do you mean I gotta take a bucket instead of a shower?
Yeah.
I can't make a whole bicycle. Pick up that bucket.
The bucket curl.
In a nice bathtub. I ain't playing.
Oh yeah. Bathtubs are nice.
Bathtub be nice, but just
Y'all have bathtubs?
Yeah, you better stop it.
No, I thought they had. Okay, I remember my parents are from Guyana, and my cousins don't have bathtubs.
They don't?
I went to one of my cousins. I went to his house because he lived in a nice house. I was like, "You got a bathtub?" I was so shocked. I'm not even joking. I was like, "You got a whole bathtub?" And he was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "In Guyana?" I was like, "Yes." He's the only one. So.
Wow, we had that. We had because when we grew up then, I mean, we had, everything was great. The running water, hot bubble baths. My mama used to hate it when I filled up the water.
Oh
my God.
And she's like, are you swimming? Are you taking swimming lessons in my house? Do you pay the water here?
Exactly. That was us. So recently, Trevor Noah went to South Africa.
Yeah.
We like us some Trevor Noah.
Yes.
We love us some Alfred Moore.
Yeah.
And he was there with the South African president.
I saw that.
Isn't that just nice?
That was
when you
wonderful.
come up here, you do all this amazing work, and then you're able to actually go in there and talk to your leader, and your leader says, "Thank you for doing such a great job." Was that your experience?
Heck no.
Okay.
Why did you have to bring that
I
up?
was-
Were you traumatized?
Extremely.
It's okay.
Yeah, can I hold on?
You can have one session.
Yes. That was amazing. And when I saw that, when I saw the whole thing with Trevor Noah and Cyril Ramaphosa, my episode had already happened. See, because I went home and I was so excited about the whole new dispensation, freedom of speech, everything is open, we're open for business.
Right. That's what
My
I'm saying.
business is comedy.
Right.
I make people laugh with any subject matter that's available.
Right.
Okay.
So I go home and I had done a few shows like all over the place.
We came to your show.
Yeah, you did. It was nice. It was really nice.
I came to your show too.
Yeah, you did. That was in Cape Town.
In Cape Town,
Yeah, you were supposed to perform. Yeah, we'll talk
We'll
about
talk
that.
about
Yeah, So I've done shows in Nigeria, Uganda, South Africa. So then the last stop for that tour was Zimbabwe. So I did the show. The show was great. But as I noticed the situation that was on the ground, there were some things that were just going on that needed to be addressed.
Okay.
So the best way for me to address stuff is through comedy. People are suffering on the ground. There's no fuel shortages. I was in a fuel line one day from 5 a.m. till 3 p.m. No joke. Didn't get no gas. So I was like, we gotta make fun of this situation. Doctors are on strike. Teachers are on strike. So we did. We created a skit. It was a skit. No names were mentioned.
Okay.
Just political satire. We didn't call out anybody out, but people decided to decipher what this skit meant. It went viral. We had like over 100,000 views in 3 days.
Really?
Now, that was great. But then the phone calls started coming in. Man, that skit y'all did. Be careful. And some were saying, man, don't worry about it. This is a new dispensation. You are fine. It's going to be okay. But that was on Thursday when we dropped it. That Monday, the guy that I did the skit with, he gets a call from the authorities.
Oh, wow.
And they went and they picked him up.
Was that serious?
Oh, it was for real serious.
Right.
So he gets picked up and they go to the Central Intelligence Office, whatever they call it, and he's there and they asked him to call me. And so he calls me. I'm on my way to a radio station for an interview.
Right.
So he calls me on video, and I'm like, this dude has never called me on video.
Something you see on Lifetime.
You know what I mean? And I was my cousin, and I'm like, yo, he is calling me on video, something is up.
You see his data.
So sure enough, I answered, because people don't call video in Zimbabwe just like that.
Right.
It costs a lot of money. So I knew he wasn't using his money at this point.
I was like,
He is using the authorities' money. They got strong Wi-Fi.
It was quick. It picked up the video ain't no buffering.
Nothing. So I answered, and there was no word said for a good 5-10 seconds. He just looked at me and I looked at him. And he looked at me and I looked at him and my heart just sank.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my gosh. And he's like, Alfred, where you at, bro? I'm like, where am I at? Why?
Disclose your location.
Yeah, disclose your location. I was like, I'm in the city, what's going on? He said, man, send me your location, I want to come see you. You want to come see me? Man, I don't owe you no money.
Okay.
And he said, no, man. And he was real shady about it, very evasive. And I just hung up. I called my cousin, I said, they got it. They got it. So then he called again. And I answered. He said, come on, man, let me know where you at. I need to come see you. I said, bro, I'm not telling you where I'm at. I hung up. At this point, I'm in a panic friends. I'm calling everybody. I called all my friends over here. Like you. I said, if you don't find me in 3 days, get on CNN, BBC, get on the Food Channel. I learned somebody. But it's about to go down. So the third call came in and it was one of the officers. They said, hey, let me tell you something. Here in Zimbabwe, the government offices, they close at 5 p.m. And it was 3:45. And he says, if you don't get here by 5, you are spending the night here. Oh. So you better hurry on up. Man, I was in a panic, you know. So I called some people, you know, some influential people out there. They said, go, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. It's a new dispensation, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, but if it is, then why am I even going there in the first place? At this point, I got about 4 days left for me to come over here.
You're counting those hours.
Yes, yes I am. So I went and I left all my IDs, you know, I left my cell phone, because I had a Zimbabwean cell phone that I was using, so I took it and I left my iPhone and everything. I just walked in there back. And as soon as I walked in, they got this way of intimidating people, you know. As soon as I walked in and somebody announced that Alfred was here, all of them came out. You know, they were all clapping hands. Oh, the big boy is here.
Oh my God.
And I just knew I'm gonna have 5 fingers left on my arm. I just knew I was just gonna be roasted, you know. All these stories that you hear, the crazy stories, alligators, all that stuff, you know, I'm thinking, oh, that's gonna be me. But I went into, and there was a girl that we did the skit with. She was in the interrogation room at that time, and they were grilling her. She was like hyperventilating, and I'm like, and they say something, so they say something like, has anybody beat you up yet? What? You haven't been beat up yet. We're gonna be done with you, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get beat up. But the end of the day, they grilled us, man. Why did you do this skit? Who were you talking? I said, it was just a funny skit. I make funny jokes about everybody. And one of the officers, she was smart with me. She said, so you trying to be famous by our president? I said, ma'am, I'm already famous. I don't need your president to be famous. I'm already. Yes. She said, I don't know you. I said, it's just you. Google me. I've done some things, you know, but I was really scared though. They know how to do it. I was really, you know,
the law is the law.
The law is the law. So, but I asked them, what law have we broken? Have we broken any law here? If we have, then I have to contact my lawyers, and let my embassy know. I'm using that whole thing now. My embassy. And they just thought I was just being a smart mouth. But they let us go. And so, you know, it was safe. However, there was a condition. We had to do another skit.
Oh, what?
A corrective.
Yeah, like to change the narrative, to be kind of, you know, corrective and be nice to the authorities. And it sucked. It was terrible.
I was gonna say, that didn't go viral, did it?
No, it didn't. And as a matter of fact, when we posted it, people were like, oh, you guys were busted. Oh, something happened to you. So the masses knew. The masses knew, which was really sad because as a comedian, we don't get to be told what to say, how to say it. We create our own content. So it was tough for all of us to even create that. And we did it in one take. And we're like, is it good? And we're like, we don't care. Send it.
Right.
I guess one of my questions was the political satire does seem to be under attack, not even just in Zimbabwe, but also, you know, we know Trump and the Correspondents' Dinner or Kathy Griffin and things like that. So we would hope that the relationship is more like a Trevor Noah
Yeah.
relationship
Yeah.
as opposed to some of the other countries that have.
And if you watch my comedy, I hardly do political satire.
Right.
Hardly ever. And so for the first time that I did it, they trying to send me to the penitentiary. So I'm like, this is the last time I'm doing it. I don't even do no Donald Trump jokes no more.
Like, he president, that's cool.
Let the man be. So yeah, but you wish that they'll be okay with that, because I've seen some Trevor Noah jokes about Cyril Ramaphosa. From back in the day before he was even president, and when Zuma was president. You know, and so nothing ever happened. Even right here in the States, man, when Barack was president, even when George Bush was president.
Even right now with Trump, he still does jokes.
Exactly.
Jokes.
So it is what it is, and people know what's going on. So we don't have to make jokes for people to be aware, but we want to do it so that people know that, hey, we can also see it and make it funny.
It's therapeutic.
Make it funny.
As a comedian, like, our job is to look at situations that are not funny, like that people are suffering, and find the funny and the humor. So when you take away that ability, it's like that's the last form of freedom. And I feel like comedy's under attack.
That's it.
And it's like, what? Come on.
So true. But I survived. I'm out here, and I'm still doing shows, so I'm happy.
Yes, and speaking of you still doing shows, I mean, this recent trip to Zimbabwe, you sold out shows in South Africa. You sold out shows in Dubai. I mean, where Alfred goes, he sells out. But with this recent trip, there was one place where you didn't sell out.
Well, that was my own home country, Zimbabwe. And the tickets were cheap. I'm talking about $15 tickets, but everybody was crying. So yet again, it just lets you know that the situation is tough. The first time I went to Zim for a show was in 2017, and we sold out. So we just knew the follow-up was going to be. So we know the follow-up is there, you know. And if I did 6 shows in South Africa, 3 in Cape Town, 3 in Johannesburg. They were all sold out. And the ones in Johannesburg, I was actually competing with Dave Chappelle, who was in the same vicinity, and he sold out his shows, and I sold out mine. I said, oh, they know me. They know me too. You know, my name might not be that big, but it's big enough, you know. So it was a blessing. So I just know the reason why people didn't come to the show in Zimbabwe is because of just the economic situation. It's just tough right now. But I'll keep hope alive, and we'll keep going back.
And that's the thing, is like with how tough things are in Zimbabwe, we need the kind of joy and laughter that you bring. I mean, Sakiwa and I were at the show, and it was so, from beginning to end, you and your opening acts were like amazing.
Like the comedy pastor, I think he's hilarious.
So I didn't want to say his name, but he's the guy that I did the skit with. Everybody knows. Everybody, shout out to Comic Pastor. He's a soldier, man.
He's really good.
He is very resilient. He's still out there in Zim, still doing the skits. He ain't scared, and he said, "What they gonna do to me?" You know. So keep it moving. I said, "You keep your stuff. I'm tougher skin, you know."
So Alfred, it was nice of you to come back on the show and share this bit of stuff with us. What are you drinking anyway?
I don't know. Just orange juice.
Just a morning
coffee. That's what we're gonna call it.
Do you have any upcoming shows coming up that you want to announce?
My gosh, yes. In July, I'll be in Birmingham. The UK, at the Birmingham University. I think it's called Brummel Theatre. So there's a lot of Zimbabweans in the UK. I'm calling everybody to come out. There's a lot of Guyanans.
Guyanese.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, you was good.
Ghanaians, Guyanese.
Guyanese.
All right. Jamaican people. I did 2 shows in Jamaica this year.
Oh my gosh.
Sold out Jamaica, you know. So now every time I see a Jamaican, I feel like I can speak to them. Rastafari. If you say that, you're in. All you gotta do is say whatever, something that's incoherent, and end it with Rastafari.
Be like,
You're in.
And they be like, y'all better make up yourself.
When they're talking, honestly, I want to try and understand, but it goes so fast.
It does. And then when it does go so fast, they always end it with a question. You know, they say, yeah, me know.
You just gotta smile and wave. Be like,
I always love, I hear you now.
Well, thank you so much for coming back. And
Thank
we
you.
wish you luck in Birmingham. Do you have any other shows coming up in Dallas?
Yes, May 9th, I'm going to be at the Arlington Improv. That's May 9th. And I'm going to be going to New York soon. So just follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I got a lot of shows. But yeah, big international shows going to be in the UK. We want to sell that place out. So it's going to be nice. So thank you guys for
Tell
having
people
me.
your handle so they can follow.
Yes. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And it's the same handle all across. It's Alfred Kainga. ALFRED KAINGA. I'm also on Plenty of Fish.
And cut.
I got even closer the segment.
Everybody needs love.
Yes.
That's true. So show them love on all platforms.
Not on Plenty of Fish. No, don't do that. Don't do that. There's a lot of barracudas on there. A lot of whales on there. Not Plenty of Fish.
I can't. No. Sometimes you're trying to close the segment and you can't close the segment.
I'm sorry. Let's wrap up. Yeah.